Hello everyone, welcome to I Am Who I Am. My name is Nelly Sosibo, and of course, as you may know by now, I am never alone. I am joined by Nandi Dlamini. Nandi, how are you in blue, looking so stunning?
Thank you. I'm very well, thanks. Nice to be here.
Yes, and I am very excited about today's conversation.
What about it?
Yeah, it's actually a conversation that it's gonna shock a few people because it's gonna give us a different definition of something we thought that was something else, but it actually means something else. I don't know if I sound like I'm saying a riddle right now, but just to give you guys a bit of an understanding, we are talking about the 12 disciples. Now, today's conversation is actually going to be Unandi revealing that the 12 disciples are in actual fact not human beings. Let me let that sink in. They are actually states of our beings and our states of mind. Now, these states of beings, in order for them to maneuver through our lives and through our minds and for them to manifest, we first need to be aware of them. I'm going to let Unandi explain and elaborate a bit further on how we can be aware of those disciples and in order for us to allow them to manifest through our lives. Nandi, please take it away.
Thank you. It is an amazing one today.
Shocking.
It's a serious one. But I hope you will understand it and you will get something out of it.
Yes.
But if you choose to do so, I hope you do so. Thank you. The 12 disciples. The 12 disciples, as it has been said, that they are human beings. They are not human beings. They are the states. They are the disciplines of your own minds. So you've got 12 disciplines in your mind that assist you to be who you are as we speak now. So those disciplines are the only things that makes you the person that you are today. That are the same disciples are the same disciplines which actually are the things that makes you do what you are doing today, be the person that you are today, and see the environment that you are in today. It's because of all those 12 disciplines. Those 12 disciplines, if they are awakened, to be awakened, as I have explained, is to be aware. Realize this thing that it lives in you, it is you, it is within you. It is not people that lived 2,000 years ago. It is not Jesus Christ that lived with them 2,000 years ago. It is your state of being. It is you. They live within you, those states of your mind. So we will explain them and explore them one by one, individually, so that you can understand what they are and what they represent within you, and why they do that they do, and why you operate or live your life the way that you are living as we speak now. Although you do not have a life, you are life.
Yes.
But because of what we are in now, we are trying to go back. So for now, we will put it as your life, and then hopefully after this you will understand and then go back and be life and know that you are life.
Yes.
Okay.
Amazing. Let's talk about the separation that you just spoke about now. You said since we're trying to go back, to our source and who we are. Let's talk about where that separation began. How did we even get born into these conditions? I'm referencing Adam and Eve, and perhaps you can maybe help me elaborate a bit more on that.
Okay. Once you have these states of your mind opened up within you, you know about them. It's actually the same thing as we've been talking about, that you do not know who you are. Once you do know and you are aware of who you are, you will be, obviously they will be awakened immediately. Yes. They are operating within you, you knowing or unknowingly, because they are you, they are within you. So in this case, you do things or things are happening, you don't know why things are happening, simply because you do not know that you've got these things that are happening within you. You are always thinking that it is Peter as a disciple of Jesus Christ, and it has got nothing to do with you, because as it is now, there is nothing that I have to do with Peter, because he was a disciple of Jesus Christ. I listen and I hear about him from the Bible and from the teachings that I have been listening to. So as I understand it today, it gave me a different perspective to say, I must always find them within. I will never find them out there. So in this case, if they are awakened, they will be able to assist you. In fact, they are assisting you as we speak now, because they are you. So in this case, as we have said even before, that the separation began during the Garden of Eden, which we have explained in the previous episodes as well. In this case, Adam represents the subconscious, and it is impersonal, and it is non-selective, and it is the cause. And Eve represents the conscious, and it is selective, and it is the effect of our lives. So those are the things that are represented by the people that are in the Bible within us. Because now we are implementing, we've heard the Bible, it has given us the information, and I did say that the Bible is symbolic. It is not what happened there in the Bible as what it has been preached to us now. So it symbolizes those three things: the cause and effect, and the personal and the non-personal, and the conscious and the subconscious. So if you know that, you will not make a mistake in your life. So those disciples are basically the discipline of your mind, that which, when they are awakened, when you are aware of it, your life will be easy and your life will be simple, because you will be living your life according to the kingdom of God. You will understand that the kingdom of God is within you, and nothing else happens out there which is not your own creation. So everything has been created by yourself, and you've created it from within. So these disciples, they have to be awakened. You have to be aware of them. Once you are, you've got it all right.
And when you speak about the conscious and subconscious, for someone who's not really understanding what you mean by maybe, about personal and selective, and subconscious being impersonal and non-selective, is there maybe an example you could give us of that cause and effect, maybe a scenario or an example of this would be a subconscious example and this would be then the conscious example as well?
The examples that I will always give is my conditions, is your conditions.
Okay.
Because all started with your conditions. So there is nothing that ever happened to you that you have never thought about.
Yeah.
Everything that you have thought about, it started in your mind. So the subconscious, conscious impresses to the subconscious, and then the things start to happen. We will go into details on it when we talk about the disciples themselves, what they represent, each one of them. But for now, it's safe to say that nothing that has happened to you before it was impressed in your mind, and once it's impressed, it will be expressed. So that's basically what happens. You are going through the process of your life on a day-to-day basis, through the entire process of impressing and expressing, and that is why all the things that are happening to you are the result of what you have been thinking about, and what you have been thinking about is the ideas that came to you going through the whole process over and over again. Whether you like it, it's good if you like it, but if you don't like it, then you can still change it. That is the good thing about it.
Yeah.
Because whatever that you have been thinking about and it's not serving you, then you can think about it differently, and then it will then do the things that you want it to do, because it is you that is creating it. You're creating everything from within and through your mind.
Yeah, which just goes back to the saying where people go, you create your own reality. And I think this just supported it even more, everything.
Yes, but we've been saying that,
Yeah.
but not implementing it, not understanding what we really mean by that. It has been very good to say it, and it is very true. But implementing it and knowing it very well, it has not been the case currently. So if you do understand it from now onwards, to say that whatever that you think about becomes your reality. So whatever that you impress in your mind, it will be expressed out there.
Wow. And in terms of the disciples, I mean, a lot of us are still, and for those who are watching and listening, and you're still trying to grasp how they are not human beings. This is Unandi here. She is here to explain it to us. Because a lot of us have been, I think a lot of us grew up in homes where the Bible was our basis of information. If you are Christian, rather, the Bible is our source of information. So I think it's really refreshing to hear a different perspective of what the 12 disciples represent, and to also, I encourage you guys to go ahead and research it. I would like to think it is out there, or would you say that there are other supporting documents or spaces that support the same statement for those who want to argue that they are not
at the end of this, I was going to give you the reference that you can go and check. You can check the book by Neville Goddard, The Faith is Your Fortune. It will clearly explain it to you, because here I was going to I am going to explain it very briefly, but the book is going to give you full information as to how you go about and why everything is in place. But this is just a brief of what that book is all about, so what is said in that book. So you can also go through it. And also there are other references as well. Okay,
there we go. You've heard it. You can go and research those references just to also support the statements that are being made. And this episode was just meant to be a brief introduction of what we're going to go into in more detail in the next episode, where we get to break down the representations of each and every single disciple, all 12 of them. But yeah, I think that's basically it from us. Is there anything?
Yes, for now we're just going to say the disciples, and then we break them down on the next episode.
Amazing.
Okay.
I'm going to let you do that.
All right. We've got Simon. Simon is hearing, and he is then given a surname, Peter. Once he's found to be obedient as Peter, then he's given the Simon Peter surname, which then represent rock. So when he is Simon, he is only hearing, but then he's given the surname Peter, then he is the rock. He's called Simon Peter, the rock. He represents hearing. Then there is Andrew, who is courage. He represents faith. Then the number 3 and 4 are one.
Okay.
Because they represent one thing, what they represent, they go together. That is James and John. It's number 3 and 4. James and John represent righteous and beloved, because righteousness has to be administered with love. So that is why the two are together. And then we've got number 5, which is Philip. Philip is me and my Father are one. So it's the father and son relationship. And then we've got number 6, Bartholomew. Bartholomew is imagination, represents the faculty of imagination. Then we've got number 7, which is Thomas. Thomas represents indifference.
Yeah.
And then we've got Matthew. Matthew, who is number 8, and it is the gift of God. Number 9 is Thaddeus. Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And number 10 is James. And then number 11 is Simon of Canaan, which is good news.
Yes.
And then number 12, we have Judas.
Yes.
So those are the 12 disciples, which are the 12 discipline of our minds. So these disciplines, we will explain them thoroughly
In the next
next episode.
Yeah.
And I hope that with that, you will be able to understand that those were never people that lived. It was just a book that was making you understand that you are who you are through those 12 disciplines.
Amazing. And I think it's so important, like you were saying earlier, that these 12 disciplines actually hold the key to our desires. If we just follow the steps and we follow, I wouldn't want to call them steps, but if we allow each of their fruits to play out in our lives, then all we need to do, like you said, is be still and let God do his thing and watch our fruits and watch our desires come to life. But we'll elaborate more on the disciples in the next episode and make sure that you guys understand them fully and what they represent in their explanations and their representations rather. And yeah, that was today's episode. Super short and sweet, because the next one's going to be all about the disciples. And that is it from me. Is there anything else, Nandi, on your end?
Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And we'll see you very, very soon in the next episode. Take care.